Hey guys, we're here in sunny Austin, Texas, doing some disc golf here with Ashley and talking a little bit of spirituality. We're gonna hear her journey right now, so let's do it.
So my spiritual journey started when I was younger. My dad would take me to church. Actually, when I was young, always believed in God and everything. When my parents separated, my dad started taking us to church more with my great-grandmother. She played the piano in church. And honestly, I felt more of something hit me when I was pregnant with my first daughter. I have 5 kids. And I felt the presence of my great-grandmother. She had passed away right before Cassidy was born. And I felt the presence of her and God in the room. I decided to have her naturally. I had the boys in the hospital with epidurals, but with Cassidy, I decided to have her all natural. So we had her at a birthing center.
Oh, cool.
And I felt like that just gave me, I just felt her presence, that like every woman's body is meant to go through that pain and everything and can handle it.
So it was like a big spiritual awakening.
It really was. So then I started later getting kind of into astrology. I started following stuff with astrology, and I feel like there's probably last year, I think it was, I started saying the universe is guiding me and just saying about the universe, and my family didn't really believe what I was talking about and still don't really get it, but like you've mentioned before, everybody's on their own spiritual journey and you make it your own.
Everyone's in their spot and their perspective, so
yes.
not necessarily here to change them. But.
So I'm still, but now I say, for this year, I say I'm being guided by God / the universe, because I think it's all one.
Same name, same definition, different names.
Yes. So I believe, the reason I believe in astrology is because I believe that when the earth turns certain ways to different planets, you know, it affects our emotions and how we handle things. But ultimately, I know I'm being guided to where I'm supposed to be, which I feel it in my heart lately. I'm supposed to help other people, but I don't really know where to begin.
So you're starting to get a pull towards transformational
Yes,
spirituality.
yes.
Oh,
I've been
cool.
feeling that for a while now. I was a preschool teacher and kind of lost, my kid's dad and I separated, and so I kind of, that's when I first started feeling the transformation. I guess it was 3 years ago. And I would see butterflies everywhere I'd go. I went to a butterfly garden, and a blue morpho butterfly landed on me, and different things.
Is that the big blue ones?
The big blue ones,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I have a couple in my tattoo shop. Cool.
And so I feel like the significance of transformation with butterflies. I feel like every time I see one, that's a sign of some sort. And just listening to different things, different animals and stuff that I see, I feel like God's guiding me.
So you relate to the caterpillar turning into the butterfly.
Yes.
You were just kind of going along, and all of a sudden you're getting ready to fly.
And lately I'm just paying attention and listening more with signs rather than what others tell me. So and just feeling it in my heart. And I believe everybody has some sort of light inside of them, and it just needs to. I feel like mine's meant to shine somehow, some way. So it's just, and a lot of it's just believing in myself and stop doubting myself.
So you're getting more connected to your soul shine, and, and starting to listen to your inner voice.
And I know that,
brain.
And if I do things right and listen to the signs, then I'm going to be aligned with where I'm meant to be.
Yeah, of course. I met a guy named Danny Vibes, and he introduced me to a voice called the Voice of Reason. And he told me that I would know if I was talking to the voice of reason by a couple things. One of those is if I was doing everything I wanted to do in life, and I was happy with my thoughts, words, and actions. And if I was like getting down or stressed out or something, that I wasn't talking to the voice of reason, and that I needed to reconnect to a voice that wanted what was best for me. And this voice, when you're talking to it, if you can talk to it all throughout the day, and you can be like, at every time you're like, what should I eat? ask the voice what you should eat. It'll tell you what to eat, and it'll always be the healthy option. It'll always be what's best for you. What should I do today? And it'll be like, why don't you go play some disc golf because you love doing that. So it's always going to bring you to something that you're going to enjoy. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And even with your work, if you're talking to the voice of reason, you'll never work another day in your life because it won't let you. It'll bring you to the ability to make money in a way that you're enjoying making the money. Even if that happens to be working at a gas station down the street because you enjoy the interaction of the person. So
Yeah.
it's not like, it's not a judgmental voice. It's an unconditional loving voice that just wants you to be, period.
Yes.
And that's unconditional love, is the urge for somebody to be without the idea of knowing what they should or should not be. So there's no word after I want you to be. That's I want you to be is the definition of unconditional
Yes, just
love.
doing things that make you happy and you're not feeling forced.
Whatever
and
it
stuff.
is, yeah.
Yes, that's what I believe in. Just happiness and love,
Yeah.
and just spreading love and being kind to one another. And
That's it. And that's it. When you're connected to this voice, you are connected to an unconditional love for yourself first. So
Yes.
you have to love yourself fully, and that's why you know if you're talking to it or not, because you're like, I'm not feeling total love right now. So then
Yes.
it's like, let me take a break. Let me go over here. Let me check in with myself. And then once you've checked in with yourself, you're like, I know what I'm doing.
Yes, and that's what I've been telling everybody lately. I feel it in my heart, the pull to help others, but I'm like, I know still have some inner work to do myself before I can give anybody
Oh, yes.
the advice and guidance.
Something I learned, I'm learning this thing called nonviolent communication, where you learn to talk in a way where the other person doesn't feel judged at all.
Yes.
And there's no arguments.
Mhm.
And one of the things he said that was really influential is that you actually don't have the ability to love other people. The only person you have the ability to love is yourself. And so
Yes.
you love yourself so much and you change yourself, but when you're changing yourself and loving yourself, it ends up you're loving everybody and you're
Yes,
changing everybody.
That's what I've said before too. Just love yourself, and then it'll shine up
That's it.
towards others.
That's it. And when you fix yourself, when you heal yourself, you're actually healing the whole world.
Yes.
So it's pretty cool. So.
Yes.
Well, that's epic.
Yes.
So in your journey of spirituality right now, what is your you said you were going inward basically right now.
Yes. Doing inner work and thinking back about things and how they affected me when I was younger, like the inner child work and all that. I think that's important, and a lot of people don't
Spirit
do it.
work.
It's stuff that I know I need to do and figure out so I don't repeat same mistakes I've made, and reflecting back and
Learning from
Just-
it, and
yes.
making it become an
and bettering
actual.
myself. And
That's the true
yes.
definition of repentance, actually, in the Bible, is to learn from your actions and create a new way.
yes,
So it's not to actually say sorry; it's to
yeah,
change the
yes,
actions and learn from it.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's what I'm working on right now.
That's it. That's it.
So yeah, and it's funny because I'm like, I feel like I'm getting there, but I'm not there. Obviously, I think I'm in the middle of it
Takes
though.
time. Do you?
Because when I first started, I was like, I just feel something all the time, like something's guiding me
Pull.
toward. Yes.
Do you do any plant
I have
medicine
hope.
work? Just curious. I asked this
No.
question to everybody. Okay. Do you do any Western medicines?
What's
Like psychologists,
No,
doctors,
no.
nothing? So you're
No.
completely
I recently started going to AA meetings, and
Okay.
so I feel like that helps.
shake old habits?
I'm just trying to go to align better within myself.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said.
AA meetings are good. They're
Uh-huh.
spiritually guided.
Group text with my mom, dad, and sisters that, I have a sponsor and I'm going, and I'm gonna get it right this time, and do it right this time, because I've done AA here and there. I went completely sober for 8 months when I first moved to Texas, and I felt so clear-minded and so focused, and I know, like, by putting that stuff in my body, it's like blocking things from happening. Because I'm not thinking straight and
Plus, it's
getting in my own way.
something I'm feeling something when you say that, like a brainstorm, and it's kind of like one of the things the voice told me is, you have a certain amount of energy, right? And you can put it towards whatever you want.
Yes.
If that's what you want to put your energy towards, that's what you're going to get back. So it's kind of like that with the alcohol or something.
Yeah.
It's like you're putting your energy towards
It's
it.
like
so
every morning when you wake up, you have a choice, like, to think about what happened yesterday if you had a bad day, or you can start over and, like,
be reborn. Yeah.
Yes.
Every day.
every day is a new day to
That's
just.
it. And you're waking up
Change
in
your
a
mindset.
and this place is magic. Like, it makes no sense. It's literally dust and water,
Yeah.
and we're dust and water.
Yes.
And then something else is making us alive inside, and it's
Yes.
very miraculous, and it makes you can explain it to me every way you want. Science has done it, religion has done it, and still to this day I'm like, nope, that's not good enough. This is still just a magical place. I don't understand. Like, this just is crazy, and like, holy shit. I wake up here every day, and when you dream, you're like, you're in a place like this.
And I'm learning to just be thankful for what I have instead of what I don't, because that's when
Focus on what you do
Yes.
have. And then also another thing we were talking about on our way here is focus on what you want, not what
Yes.
you don't want.
Yes.
So you could, we were talking about like business, like I said, you know, it's easy to do this. What you do is you take the negative and you just flip it. So I don't want to be poor. I want to be financially successful. I don't want to.
Well, it's like whenever people talk about manifestation,
It's manifesting, yes.
just that I have it already. Like, already get that mindset that you have it.
That's it, yeah.
Yes.
It's coming. It's
Yes.
there. It's already with me in the future, yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
It's manifestations. See, everybody's got their thing, man. It's exciting.
Yes. This
One
part
thing
over
I
here,
don't know though about this, you know, lately I hear people say I'm an atheist, and I don't understand that. Because
you're
to me
not-
that's
You're not an atheist because you just said
Well,
you believe
no.
in God and the universe.
no, I'm not. But whenever other people do, I'm like, what does that even mean? That to me that means you don't believe in anything. But I feel like you have to believe in something.
Well, this
some
is
higher
this is
being.
something that I tell people when they tell me that. I closed the Bible a long time ago, and this is what I tell people. Jesus was a Jew who closed that Bible and started a new one.
Yeah,
When he started it, it wasn't written.
that's right.
That means he
yeah.
walked around with nothing in his hands but the truth and love. And those are the two things you're using as your tools too. So you have the same
Yes.
tools as Jesus. And remember, Jesus was born a Jew, but he did not die a Jew.
Yes, that's
So
right.
you're just becoming something more than you were born. And they have a problem with it because they're stuck in what they were taught. And you're growing into something else. And they see that as a threat to their ego, their knowledge. So the ego is created out of a set knowledge.
Well, they're good
And they're-
people and everything,
yeah,
but
it's not a bad-
and they're not against what I believe or anything like that. But it's like when I hear people say some of the most peaceful people I've met are atheists. I'm like, I guess.
Well, atheist isn't a bad word. Atheist doesn't mean you don't believe. The actual definition of atheism is that you don't know that it's like, this is what it is.
Yeah, there's no label.
It's like
on
you're
it.
more like, I believe in something, but I'm not positive of what it is.
Yes.
And like I said, if you really believe in the all, you can't be positive of what it is because it's so big anyway
Yes.
that you can never fathom it to begin with. So it's
Yeah,
like,
so that
I know
makes
that
more
it's,
not okay. That makes more sense. to
you can
me.
gain the concept.
I
but you
think when
can't-
I hear it's like you're like don't believe in anything at
Yeah,
all.
it's-
You know what I mean?
and
But
that's
more
something
of,
else. That's
like,
called a
You
nihilist.
don't have a label on it.
That's different. That's a nihilist. A
Okay.
nihilist doesn't believe in anything. They don't even believe they exist. They're like, they just deny everything. They're
Yes.
like, I don't even, you don't exist. This doesn't exist.
Yes,
They're
okay.
nihilists. So that's nihilism. And that's,
Yeah.
atheism's different. It just means you're not claiming to have all the knowledge and know everything, which is not a bad thing. I think if Jesus was around, people would probably tell him he was an atheist. So.
Yeah, that's true. Because a lot of people didn't believe in him.
They didn't believe in him, and all he was trying to do was present truth and love and equality of everybody. Everyone's equal. Everyone's made of dust, dirt, and this energy. So,
Yes.
and he was waking people up with those ideas. So
Yeah.
that's the goal: wake people up,
Yes.
help the blind to see. You don't have to be able
Yes.
to see this.
Be the light and help others to see positive, more
That's it.
positive.
That's it. And all of them, really. You know, Jesus, Bob Marley, Buddha, Gandhi. You name it. They were all doing the same work. So
That's
it's
true.
we're just another voice in the choir.
Yes.
Ashley, it's been quite a pleasure to have you on the show. And is there anything you'd like to add before we go?
Just that I believe that things happen for a reason. I believe we were aligned for some sort of reason.
For sure.
And I thank you.
Oh,
It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Here, let's do a hug. I'm a hugger. All right, guys. All right, guys. We'll see you out there. Get a hold of the channel if you want to see me on the road. Peace and love, guys.